Hi, I'm Bob Harris from Bikeworks, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about filling your bicycle with air, something that needs to be done on a regular basis. The smaller the volume and the higher the pressure, as in a road bike, needs to be filled more often than a higher volume, lower pressure mountain bike. The two types of valves that are found on most bikes are a Schrader valve or a Presta valve. The Schrader valve is the more common. It's found on kids' bikes and a lot of adult bikes. It's the same type of valve that's in your car. It's pretty straightforward filling it. You just need a pump that's set up for the Schrader valve. This pump is set up for has a big hole for Schrader and a small hole for Presta. So to fill it, we would just put the right head on and push it on far enough so it covers the threads and lock it up. And you would pump away to the recommended pressure, which is written on the side of the tire, and then you would unlock the head of the pump, take it off, and you should be good to go. If you have a slow leak, then the thing to check if it's not an obvious puncture is sometimes the valve core on the Schrader valve is either defective or needs to be tightened. This is a valve core tool, and to tighten it you would insert it in here like that and give it a turn tight. If it's still leaking after you tighten it, then it needs to be replaced by unscrewing it, removing it, and replacing it with a new valve core. Back in, tighten it up. It's easy enough to detect a bad valve by putting some soapy water or saliva on the top and seeing if it's bubbling up after you fill it. That's the Schrader valve. Pretty straightforward. The Presta valve is found on most road bikes and higher quality bikes. It's a little more complicated, but once you understand how it works, it's very simple. The Presta valve needs to be manually opened and closed to fill it. So you would find it closed in that position like that. In that position, you cannot let any air out or put any air in. To fill it, the first thing you would do is turn this rounded nut loose, just a few turns. Now it's a good idea to make sure that this piece can move up and down like that, up and down, because sometimes it gets stuck in the up position and you can't get any air into the tube itself. You're just pressurizing the pump. So I like to loosen it, give it a nice firm tap. You'll hear some air release, and then once you do that, you can apply the pump head to the Presta valve like that, lock it up, pump away till the recommended pressure, release pump head, remove it, and then close down that knurled nut. Now some Presta valves have a flat spot on them and they are removable, like the Schrader valve. This particular one is non-removable. This one has a little flat spot over here that you can grab with a small wrench and unscrew the Presta valve. That's the valve core of a Presta valve, and they are replaceable if they're bad as well.